podcast. Súbele volumen. Conversation with the people who were with me. In the world TV. Carlos Tonight. Historias de un reportero. Carlos Tonight.
Bienvenidos and welcome to Carlos Tonight. I'm excited to introduce you to this week's guest, but before I do that, I want to invite you to visit carlostonight.com for more on the show, see upcoming guests, and check out past episodes. That's carlostonight.com. Oh, and one more thing. If you're watching this and wondering why things look different, it's because we're doing the show in my kitchen. The reason? I have a guest who's live and in person. This week, I want to introduce you to personal trainer Edgar Solomon, who is going to talk to us about staying fit this summer and being part of the largest online fitness competition where he has a chance to walk away with $20,000. Hey, Edgar, ¿cómo estás?
I'm good. Thank you.
It's good to finally meet you in person. I've been
know,
following you
right?
on Instagram, getting inspired and motivated from your exercises and your photos and whatnot for the last 2 years.
Yes.
So it's good to have you here.
Of course. Thank you very much for having me here.
So my first question was going to be, how do you stay looking so fit? But I thought I would start with, what would you do with $20,000?
Well, so this competition seems to be like one of the largest online competitions in a while. Muscle and Fitness is kind of throwing it out there. So we're, being a part of it. And the prize is being featured in the magazine at $20,000. So really what I would like to do, it's I like helping others. So I would actually start a company that with the profits, part of the profits go towards a charity, organization to, give back to others. On top of that, I would just kind of put some money aside to grow my personal training business a little bit more and maybe invest a little bit, just a portion of it, a small portion of it.
Do you have a type of charity?
Well, because of the community I belong to, I would actually aim this charity to HIV research, things like that.
Cool. Okay. That's a lot of money. And so whatever you do with it, like you said, invest it, save it, stuff like that. How did you hear about the contest and what made you decide that you wanted to take part in it?
So I really was browsing around my social media, doing my work, because I do a lot of social media work. Most of my work comes from social media, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. So I was just posting things, and then an ad came up saying that, Muscle and Fitness Magazine is throwing this competition and you should be a part of it. So I thought, yes, I actually should be a part of it. So I just signed up and I'm there now.
When you were signing up, was it scary to press that button, the official button?
No, not really. I've been competing in professional bodybuilding shows for 5 years. So no, like the competition part of, the bodybuilding, the physique part doesn't really represent a threat or something nervous about it. To me, I just go for it. I know what I can offer to the industry. I know what I can offer to my audience. I know what I can offer to, my clients, the people, and mainly it's motivation to better themselves. So I just go for it.
So you posted a picture the other day on Instagram and I was like, can you were there for the show? All right. So besides the $20,000, the person who wins the contest will have a 2-page spread in the magazine, Muscle and Fitness magazine. What would it mean to you to have your face, your body, and then the exercises be featured in the magazine?
Well, the Muscle Fitness magazine is the biggest fitness magazine in, not only the country, but I want to say the world. So being there, that would mean a lot. I've been in other little stuff, but calendars and other magazines, web pages. But being on that one would represent a big stepping stone to my career.
That's like golden, right?
Yeah, it is.
A lot of bodybuilders, right, are the audience for this magazine, right?
Mainly the audience, it's fitness people and bodybuilders. but mainly bodybuilders.
What do you think the judges are looking for in a winner?
Maybe not only the physical appearance that would actually sell the lifestyle of a bodybuilder, but the presence, the boldness of an athlete. If you're a go-getter, if you're not afraid of things, if you're just what you have, what you can offer. I think judges actually kind of look into that.
And we're going to be talking about fitness in a few, but how long did it take you to be a bodybuilder? Because I know it didn't happen overnight.
No, and actually it's a very long story. So it's a good story though. It took me, long story short, it took me to actually compete. It took me 3 years to get ready for my very first competition and be ready to step on stage. And I actually wasn't even aware that I was going to do it. But it took me 3 years.
Were you like overweight before?
No, I was underweight.
Really?
I was 110 pounds.
Wow. I saw this guy on Instagram, and he's always posting like fitness pictures. And the other day he posted a picture of him before, like when he was heavy. Mm-hmm. And I was like, wow, because you hardly see that portion of a fitness person's page. So I thought I appreciated that.
Yes, actually, what most of the people see, it's the end product, the end result. Not many people see the before, how we started, or the struggle that we go through in order to get where we are. You guys just see, the end product, the finalized product, and many people don't realize there's a lot more behind it.
And it's that final product that helps motivate a lot of people.
Yes. However, I think the story behind that final product is what motivates even more.
Absolutely. I agree. The promo in the contest included words like motivation, strength, and determination. How important are those in living a healthier, better you?
It's everything. I've been able to motivate myself just by getting up and telling to myself, I'm going to do this. That is my main goal. That's my main, objective. And I'm going to make it happen because I can. I am who I am. And I have what I have, and I'm healthy. And if I'm healthy, everybody else is healthy, then I can do it because everybody else can do it, Determination, I've always lived through determination. Something that I want, I go get it. And strength, I want to say was the last word. It takes a lot of not just physical strength, but mental and emotional strength to do a bodybuilding show and to actually be a bodybuilder. And it's not a one-time kind of thing. It's an everyday kind of thing.
Wow. How many head turns do you get in a day?
That's hard to count. I really don't. I don't really live by that, I do get some attention, but that's not what really keeps me going.
Okay, another thing the winner gets in the competition is the title Mr. Health and Fitness. In what ways does that title define you as an athlete?
I live health and fitness. I sleep health and fitness. I eat health and fitness. It's my life. I actually, that's what I do full time. I'm in the fitness industry 24/7, so it's everything. It fits right into my life. Everything that I do, everything that I think, everything that I talk, everything that I teach. I transmit says health and fitness.
So at the Oscars or at the Emmys, the winner always has a little paper, the people to thank. How are you preparing in the event you win?
You mean like it's something to say?
Yeah, or like, how they're going to profile you in a 2-page spread? Like, are you envisioning, okay, I want to work on this. I want to show off my back.
I've done photo shoots before, fitness photo shoots especially. So I know my sides, I know my angles, but most importantly, I want to listen to them, what they want to sell, what they want to show to the audience. Gotcha. It's part of modeling per se, You listen to what the audience wants to give them what they're asking for.
So no donuts and no cookies for you? I was nervous. I'm like... So today I'm talking with Dallas-based personal trainer Edgar Solomon about getting fit this summer. He's part of an online competition where he will be crowned, if he wins, Mr. Health and Fitness, win $20,000 and a 2-page spread in Muscle and Fitness magazine. Edgar, what got you interested in fitness in the first place?
Whoa. Now that's the story that actually motivates the people. I used to be 110 pounds, as I told you, but that is because I was just living a party life. Back when I was, I want to say from 16 to 19, 18, before I came over here to the States.
Like partying, going to nightclubs and stuff?
Nightclubs, bars, hanging out with the friends. We had bottles and bottles of alcohol. That was my hobby, drinking. And I was drinking from Thursday to Sunday till like blacking out. And we would actually prefer to skip meals, skip my food, and rather than that, well, why am I just jumping straight into the party, right? So I was feeding my body with alcohol instead of food and nutrients. So that actually created a really, really bad health issue. And I didn't realize it until one night that I was actually, like, I was feeling ill. I started throwing up nonstop, like for 5 hours straight. I was just throwing up. I was trying to drink water, nothing. I would not retain anything. I ended up in the hospital in really, really bad state. And the doctor just came over and said, you are very ill. You have severe gastritis and colitis. And the gastritis in your stomach, if you don't take care of your ulcers, they're about to turn into cancer. So if you don't stop your lifestyle right now, your drinking habits and your partying, you're going to get sick. And you're going to go, into not being able to do any of that and just being in bed. Mm-hmm. So he forbidden the alcohol. And I was like, okay. So I stopped drinking. I lost all my friends because, of course, by then, your friends are not really your friends. They're just there because, the partying and, he likes the drunk Edgar instead of the healthy Edgar. So I stopped drinking. I had to go into a very strict diet of just chicken breast and vegetables, literally. That's what I was eating 4 times a day, maybe 3 times every day for like a month. And since I didn't have any more friends, I was like, well, might as well just, do something good with my life, and with my free time. So I started going to the gym, and one thing led to another, and I ended up in the United States here in a professional bodybuilding gym, and my coach by then was just, training me. One of my really good friends to this point was the one taking me there to that one. He saw me in a commercial gym. He said, you know what, come here. I'll show you a real gym. Mm-hmm. So he took me there. I remember the first day was hell because, of course, I was, a newbie per se. I was almost dead by the end of the workout. Mm-hmm. But I loved it. And I showed up the next day. And the coach was like, you know what, you have what it takes. So I'm going to take you on. And he trained me for, I want to say, a year. And one day he said, you have 3 weeks. You're stepping on stage. Yes. So I was actually getting ready for a competition without knowing that I was getting ready for a competition. Wow. Yeah. And 3 weeks out, he said, you're going to do this, you're going to register for this show, you're going to have to buy this this card for the NPC, and you're competing in 3 weeks. And I don't want to hear it. You're just doing it.
Wow.
Yes. So I did it. I placed first.
Oh, okay.
On the 3 categories that I competed in men's physique. And
were you surprised at that point when you won all that?
Oh, I was crying. And I loved it. I loved every part of it, every tear, every suffering, every bite that I had for my meals, every, chug of water that I had to drink. I loved everything, and I just made it my life.
Nice. Did you have to be at the gym a long time during that process?
No, not really. The training process, it's only 1 hour and 40 minutes, if so,
Wow.
of your day. The hard part, it's the diet. That's a 24 hours, 7 kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
That leads me to my next question. How difficult was it for you to stay on track? Because we're both Latinos and we know how our families are. But you mentioned your health.
Well, I had my health. My health was the main concern. My mom's always been a healthy eater. My father has always been also healthy per se. He doesn't eat healthy, but he likes the sports, and he's played tennis all his life. So kind of was already seen, led by example per se. So I mean, staying on track, the hardest part was the social, not really my family. Because, going out, people are eating, and it's the peer pressure, but you just fight it through. You know what you want. You have an image of what you want in a certain time, and you make it happen.
And it could really take that short amount of time to get to the stage?
The thing is that it didn't really take me 3 weeks. As I said, I was prepping without realizing that I was prepping for the competition. So it actually took me like a whole year to get ready to be on stage. Since the very first day that I went into the bodybuilding gym to the day of the competition, it was a whole year.
Is there a certain food that you absolutely love that you had to give up?
Not really. The thing is that
To this day, you're like, I wish I could have it.
it's very hard at the beginning because there is no cheat meals, there is no free meals that you can have.
No cheat meals?
No cheat meals at all. My coach was very strict at that point, and he was like, I want you to tell me every day what you eat, what you're not eating.
You still talk to him?
Yes, of course. Yeah. He's my mentor. So it's just really the hardest part is the beginning. Once you're there, you get into a certain level that you actually can cheat and have a cheat meal or two and just have those two and then go right back into your diet. So not really, there isn't really a food that I gave up. I just had to give it up for a certain amount of time. And maybe I want to say just cheesecake. I love cheesecake.
I love cheesecake too.
Yes.
Did you see my, oh no, you can't see them. My Golden Girls magnets on the side.
Yes. So yeah, cheesecake, I want to say.
So if somebody like myself wants to lose 50 pounds and I want to start tomorrow, what should I do now to get ready for that challenge?
You get rid of all your junk food. Clean your fridge, clean your cabinets, because that's going to be temptation, and you want to stay away from temptation as much as you can. Mentally, you have to talk to yourself, really who are you doing it for? If you're really doing it for yourself or you're doing it for somebody else. Because if there is always like an outside force, or it's like, you're doing it for that other person or for that other reason, you're going to end up falling off. You got to make sure it's for yourself and by yourself, because it's at the end, it's your journey. It's going to be you, the one who's going to look in the mirror and say, I did this, I've come this long, and you can say, put two pictures together and be like, it's still the same person, different versions.
The pandemic taught us that you don't really need a gym to work out. Is that true, do you think?
There is there is an idea of me, because I actually never stopped working out. I found the ways around it. Do I enjoy the gym environment? Do I enjoy going into a gym and using the actual weights, looking at myself in the mirror? Yes, I enjoy it. Not having a gym is not an excuse, because there is a million ways to stay fit and stay healthy, So yeah, I agree. There is a way to do it at home without a gym.
I was going to say, what if somebody doesn't have money to join a gym? But then I think about you had $8 to go buy a coffee at Starbucks, and you had $10 to go to McDonald's, right? That adds up.
I mean, there is gyms that have like $10 membership.
Yeah.
So
No
at this
excuse.
point, there is no excuse.
All right. So when you're on the fitness journey, what foods should you avoid and what exercises work best? You kind of mentioned the food already, the sweets and all that stuff. But what type of exercises work best, do you think, if you want to see results? Fast, I guess.
Well,
Even though I know it doesn't happen like the next day, you know what I mean?
yes, but I see. I know what you're asking exactly, but I think there is no really specific exercises that are gonna help you do it fast. It's how constant you do them. You have to be constant about whatever you do in the gym. You can have a routine that's gonna build your chest and your arms and your shoulders, but if you do it once a week, every other week, it's not gonna work. You gotta be consistent. The best exercises, I would say, the ones that you use your full body, complex exercises, squats, jumping squats, push-ups, pull-ups, things like that, those are the ones that you're using not just one muscle group, but many different muscle groups in your body in order to create that movement. So those are the ones that actually first use a lot more muscles in your body and burn a lot more energy, more calorie.
A long time ago, I met a guy who helped me in the gym. And so I remember the exact time when I went from a large to a medium. Do you remember the time where you're like, oh my God, I don't fit because my muscle's too big or something?
Well, see,
what was it like?
on my end was because I was so skinny.
You're skinny, yeah.
And I started gaining, muscle mass. I do remember those times, and I actually kept my shirts because they were like extra small, and I'm not kidding. I used to wear size 0 ladies jeans because that's the only ones that would fit me, that wouldn't be loose. Size 0, just imagine that. And I remember just keeping them just to remind myself how far I've come. And the shirts were extra small, and some of them were also like just regular V-cut, shirts, but like extra small, something like that. And I just kept them the longest till I actually put them on. I was like, it was ripping apart. And
Like the Hulk?
yes.
Like the Hulk?
Oh yes. I mean, it's an accomplishment. It was a personal accomplishment for me, and it's not that I was actually wearing them out.
Right.
I would just like put it on in the privacy of my own place, right. Just to remind myself how far I can go.
I can imagine that be emotional.
Oh, it's very emotional. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. What are some most common mistakes people make when they're first starting out, like at the gym working out?
Thinking that they know what they're doing.
Yes. We all know who you are.
We're watching you. Yes. Honestly, what I've thought since I started bodybuilding and learning a lot more about the industry, the workouts, the training, it's every single gym should have at least 1 full week of free personal training for all the members. Because people really don't know what they're doing sometimes. Yeah. And sometimes it's the first time they touch a gym. I can just imagine, it's like, it's a new environment. It's scary because, you're trying to reach a certain goal with your body, with your physique. So that take guts, and just going there and then not knowing what to do, and then thinking that you're doing something right, but then it's not right, I can just imagine the pressure. I think people need help in that aspect. Mm-hmm. So I actually think that it should be mandatory for all the gyms to, by law, first week of free personal training, because people need help. And then I've had clients coming to me and just, the first time they have the personal training, and it just happens that they've been doing everything wrong for years and they haven't gotten results because they've been doing everything wrong for years, but they just didn't know. Yeah. you know? So my first advice would be find help. Really, like, find help. It might be a little investment because personal trainers, we do charge. At the end, we need
But I
to
think
pay
it's
bills,
worth
right?
it. Yeah, I think it's worth the investment in yourself.
But
I think.
it is worth it. Yes, that's exactly what I was gonna say. It's totally worth it. It's an investment on yourself, and it's not just an investment, a momentarily investment. If you pay attention to your trainer is not only training you, it's teaching you. That's what I do with all my clients. It's like at the end, my end goal for all my clients, like I will grab you and I will teach you and I will want you to do things by yourself at the end. I want you to go into the gym and not having the need of me by your side to do things right. So I teach them.
So that's what the personal trainer is there to teach you how to live a healthier life, show you what to do at the gym, and then kind of just send you on your way.
Correct. That's really, for me, that's the role of a personal trainer. It's not just, I'm going to count your repetitions and tell you what to do and just watch you do it. It's teaching,
That just sunk in for me. Because like me, I would think, oh, the personal trainer is going to be there forever. But kind of like a mental health counselor, they're there to help you and then you move on, right? All right. Okay, so here's the first question that I wanted to ask you in the beginning. How do you stay looking so fit? What's your secret?
Diet. It's not a secret, actually. It's the basic of fitness. Diet. You just gotta be aware of what you're eating. I'm always on a diet. Always on a diet. I don't really call it my diet anymore because it's my nutrition. It's what I eat.
Can you tell the people what you asked me when I said, do you want some water? Some sparkling water?
Is it sugar free?
I've never had anyone ask me that.
Yes. Yeah. It's just the choices. It's very easy to go out and have food with your friends in a restaurant. You just got to make the right choices. You don't have to limit yourself to stay in your house and isolate yourself because you have to look good and healthy and you cannot eat whatever they sell in the restaurants. Restaurants have the basic ingredients: chicken, fish, and steak. They all sell that. So it's just the way they cook it, the way what you choose within the menu. That's the right choices that's going to help you stay on track or not.
Do you still go out like to nightclubs and all that?
Yes, I do.
Do you?
I don't drink anymore.
Wow. So you just
Not
drink
a
water?
drop. And sugar-free Red Bull, maybe.
Yeah. Do you often get pressured by people you hang out with, or are you already trained to like block them?
I learned. I mean, mainly I already learned how to block them, but I sometimes still get my regular friend that's like, one is not going to do it. It's nothing. It's going to be fine. You're going to be fine.
We have that.
Yes.
In the world TV, Carlos tonight, historias de un reportero.
So I'm talking with personal trainer Edgar Solomon about health and fitness and his participation in a big online competition where he can take home $20,000 and be crowned Mr. Health and Fitness. You describe yourself as a highly disciplined, persistent, and strict. How do you accomplish this?
I want to say, since the reason why I'm strict is because of my father. He's a retired general from the Mexican Army. So there was nothing in the house that couldn't be strict. You had to sit at the table, sit up straight. We had rules for pretty much everything. So that's where I have the strictness. Highly motivated, it's my personality. I've always been a very outgoing and happy person. It's like I just like seeing others happy. I just like helping others. I just like to get the best version of them. That's actually one of the conversations I was having with one of my clients yesterday. I was doing a check-in with him. Every month I do check-ins with my personal training clients. Like I see them personally. And within the numbers that I get, which is the body fat percentage, muscle density, and overall weight, I can see if they're actually following their diet or not. And he thought I was not going to find out stuff.
Oh, was he lying?
But then, oh yeah, he was in trouble.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So I'm just, being a self-motivated person, it's always been my second nature. And the discipline I already taught, I think the discipline just comes with the actual desires and your goals that you want. If you truly want something, you're going to be disciplined to make it happen. You're going to be disciplined to do every day what you need to do to make it happen. That's discipline.
I didn't know you can check that online.
Yeah, from all that, yeah, of course.
I did that once, maybe. Okay. You also say you have a desire to help others to be the best version of themselves. Why is that important, and how does it make you feel when someone reaches that finish line?
Oof.
I mean, emotional, right?
It's very emotional, actually. Just thinking about it kind of like makes me shed a tear. The clients that I've mostly have that emotional shock is the ones that I actually put on stage. And that is because, see, I'm tearing. It takes a lot of work. For me, taking myself to the stage takes a lot of work. For me to be, the leaning shoulder for somebody else, to do it too, it's like the meaning, it's completely outrageous. I've placed three people on stage. Two of them place first. One of them plays within the top 5, and just listening their names, taking their first places. It's just like I was interested.
And you work with all ages, all sizes?
Yeah. Yes, I don't discriminate. I don't discriminate. I think everyone has the same potential. So as long as you let me guide you, as long as you let me show you the way, and as long as you listen to me, you'll be fine.
I bet it gets frustrating for your clients, like in the beginning, I would assume.
Yes, yes. And actually, I have one of my girl clients. Actually, she would just tear up in the middle of the workouts, because the workout, especially for bodybuilding and putting people on stage, they're very intense, and she would like literally just fall out crying, But that is because there's so many things going on. It's tough. You're pushing yourself to a limit, to a point that you are kind of telling yourself, I cannot do this anymore. But at that same time, you're like, yes, I can. And then you have me there next to you saying, I see your true potential. You're going to go through it, And, I've always had her just calm her down, and you like have a little pet talk, listen, you got what it takes. And she looked fabulous.
Awesome.
The day of the show, I was like in tears all day, and I was showing her off. I was like, and her smile. Just looking at them and their family members being that happy. Oh, that's the ultimate, prize for me. That's my best my highlight of the career.
Awesome. All right. So voting for Edgar ends June 24th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Tell us how we can vote for you.
So there is a link. There is a magic link. So you just click there and click free vote, daily free vote, or there is an option too to it's called a water vote. So pretty much what that is, it's a donation. So you click there and you donate whatever you want to donate, and that goes to charity as well.
And I'll have those links on the show notes in the episode here. So before we let you go, we have some questions from our fans. I put out fillers out on social media. This one is from Martha. How do you lose belly fat?
Belly fat. Just go ahead and do some cardio. In the mornings, preferably empty stomach. It's the best way to do it. There's a whole scientific explanation I can give you. It's a little bit long, but long story short, it's the best time to use your stored energy as fuel for your body. So the belly fat actually goes away with cardio, faster cardio in the morning. The very first thing you get up, you go, you do your cardio. I mean, depends on the magnitude of the problem. You do from 25 minutes to maybe 1 hour and a half cardio, and then you keep going with your day. Also, along with low carbohydrate diet. I wouldn't say keto diet. I never recommend a keto diet, but low carbohydrate diet. Don't get rid of your carbohydrates because they're the main source of energy for humans to function. So don't get rid of your carbohydrates. Just do low carbohydrates.
Keto is what?
Keto is a diet that requires people not to eat any carbohydrates.
Oh, okay.
And only fats and proteins.
I was thinking of the other one where you don't eat for like 12 hours.
That's intermittent fasting.
Yeah, okay. Roberto wants to know, can I still drink and be healthy?
You can do whatever you want and still be healthy. You have to do it in moderation. You can drink maybe 1, maybe 2, right? But if you're like drinking 5, 7, 8, then that's not only just physically or weight-wise per se, but I mean, what are you doing to your liver?
Yeah. All right. Rosie wants to know, what's one thing all clients want from you as a personal trainer?
They always actually come because they've seen me and I motivate them. So the one thing they really want from me is first my attention, and that's what I give them. Second, to keep them accountable, keep them on track. And that's something I do on a daily basis. In the mornings, I have all my clients checking, asking them if they've done their faster cardio. And not only that, but I want them to prove that to me. I need a picture, I need numbers, show me what you're doing. I have a daily and a constant communication with my clients. It's not like I just see them at the gym and I don't talk to them the rest of the day. I actually stay in touch with them throughout the whole day.
Awesome. Good questions, everybody. Thank you. Okay, before we really let you go, I have a surprise for you that I wanted to give you as a guest. This is Richard Simmons. You know who Richard Simmons is? Uh-huh. He's an icon in the fitness world. Yes. This is ideal for you, and so that's my gift for being my guest, and I appreciate it.
Thank you so much. I'm going to make some aerobics now. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, Edgar, thank you so much for being here. I truly appreciate it. You're welcome here anytime. God bless you.
Thank you, and thank you for having me, and thank you for letting me share all this, information and part of my story with all of your audience.
No problem, and good luck with the contest, and if you win, maybe you can help us get a new studio.
Thank you.
All right.
Historias de un reportero.
And that's a wrap. Thanks for checking out this episode. Don't forget to leave us a review and visit carlostonight.com for more on the show, upcoming guests, and to hear and see past episodes. That's carlostonight.com.